Hey guys, I'm back, and yes, with more painting because apparently I just can't get enough. And no, I am not obsessed with painting masks. There's just a big heat wave going on outside this weekend, and I don't feel like playing Airsoft in 45-degree weather. So, to me, it seems like there isn't a better time to stay indoors, away from the scorching heat, and paint. At least one last time for a while. The design I'm painting for this mask is one that I've thought about doing for a while, and that's plaid. I've never tried to paint a plaid mask until now because I think I was just a little worried about how difficult it might be, but hey, let's give it a shot. What the hell? The main thing I want to focus on here while painting is keeping things symmetrical. As you know, plaid designs are made up of several vertical and horizontal lines, usually forming different colored squares as they overlap one another. And this honestly doesn't sound complicated, but there's many different kinds of plaid designs. But I'd be lying if I told you I had a game plan going into this. I definitely want to avoid making things look festive. I stayed away from green and decided to pair red with blue and purple. I'm trying to make sure this doesn't look like Christmas gift wrapping on my face. I do end up making a few mistakes while painting this mask. For instance, the blue ends up being a little darker than what I wished for, but I do correct everything off video at the end. What I'm doing here is I'm counting all the little square holes from point A to point B. This helps me math out the symmetry. That's one thing I like about painting these mesh masks. It's pretty much like painting over a grid. It's pretty easy to find your center point for whatever design you end up going with. I did a little count of all my masks in my collection recently. It's 11, including this mask. 11 actually isn't that much, is it? I mean, there's 52 weeks in a year. That gives me 41 masks to paint if I wanted to wear a different mask every weekend at Airsoft. And there's no way I'd paint that many. Or would I? I feel like I'd probably neglect some pretty cool designs if I had that many masks to choose from. I like to wear my prairie dog mask more than the others, since it best represents my channel. I wouldn't want to wear that one just once a year. I have repainted masks though. Sometimes I get tired of old designs, or maybe I just want to do it better. Speaking of cool designs, it looks like my previous painting video did inspire another to paint something of their own. That looks amazing. Great job, buddy. I really like the logo you've got there. I think that's the cool thing about painting masks. It's just a great place to display something unique. Kind of like being on a sports team and you're displaying your team's logo proudly on your chest. It's kind of like that, but for an Airsoft mask. There's just the perfect amount of face-sized space to display a little something something. Whether it be a team or club design, maybe something funny that makes you more approachable, or maybe something menacing or mercenary that makes you more tactical. I don't know. You can tell I don't really take Airsoft very seriously in the sense of realistic gear. It's too easy not to. So my brain at about this point while painting was going in all sorts of directions. I still didn't really know my game plan here. I looked up a few pictures of plaid designs, took some inspiration here and there, but in terms of placement for my lines and colors, my hand was sort of on autopilot here. I wasn't really trying to think too hard about it. The more I painted though, the more excited, I guess, I felt seeing these colors fill up the spaces. I guess you could say...
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so I've got my red vertical lines, blue horizontal lines, and then the purple when they overlap. But I definitely felt like something was missing. I brought out some white paint at the start, and it looks like that's just what I need to separate these other colors to help make them pop. I do go over each of the colors again with more layers. I just decided to leave most of that out of the video since I don't think you guys care too much to see me paint the same spots over and over. If you're wondering how long this mask took, It was actually one of my longer paint jobs, somewhere around 5 to 6 hours maybe, bullets included. Now, compared to the bloody smile mask I painted last time, that one only took me about 2 hours. And that's because it was literally just black and red. I don't even count the white that I painted on there because it just took such little time to do. And it wasn't really a big deal to worry as much about symmetry as this kind of mask. Speaking of symmetry, as soon as I finished that center white line, I hated it. It looked off-center and way too thick compared to all the other white lines I'd be painting. I do end up shrinking it down afterwards and it looks much better. The center grid line going towards the top of the mesh mask is also a little twisted or bent to the left. I couldn't really hide that very well, so I do end up painting the very top white to help kind of camouflage that. Okay, looks like we're just about done here. As I said earlier, I am going to brighten up the blue a bit, fix the white, add some more layers and touch up the little bits here and there off video. Moving on to the bullets real quick, I'm trying to incorporate every color I used for the mask here. This was kind of annoying to paint initially. I had to wait for the paint to dry again and again before I could pick up the bullets again and paint on a different color. I won't show too much of this, but I am going for an alternating ascending or descending variation of color from front to back. But now that we're basically done, let's show off the mask. I was very relieved it came out this great. I definitely didn't know what I was doing half the time, but I finally got the plaid mask I wanted. It's not too crazy, it doesn't feel festive, and the bullets are a different pattern I haven't done yet. Perfect. Anyway, it's been fun. As always, I enjoy painting these masks for myself and for you guys to enjoy, and I will definitely be wearing them out on the field as soon as possible. I'll see you guys next time.